and pointless the words developed and developing are in a global context. Far too many intricacies, far too many given circumstances, but that yardstick. Now for the word developing. Our world today is best depicted by famous George Bernard Shaw saying, "The reasonable man adapts himself to the world. The unreasonable man adapts the world to himself." Therefore, all progress depends on this unreasonable man. And today, the unreasonable man's environment has to change more than ever. Climate change, global warming, a growing population, more needs and wants to meet, the energy crisis, the list goes on. This conquest of nations to meet their goals is development, because there's always room to change. There's always room for improvement. Now for this word developed. The very thought of this word resonates this idea of a glass ceiling. We've reached as far as we can go, so we're just going to relax. We're at the top. That's wrong. The very label contradicts everything humanity depends on: human ingenuity and initiative. In the 1970s, we had the Hoover vacuum cleaner. Yeah, it sucked the dust in, it kept the house relatively clean. It wasn't great. Then along came James Dyson. After 5,100 prototypes or so, did we ever have the first bagless vacuum cleaner. But why is this vacuum cleaner so significant? Because it was a challenge to what was already available, a progression from the past, a development. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what our society is based on, constantly changing and mending what isn't broken. So what I'm trying to say is there's no such thing as a developed nation. So commiserations to our Keynesians and monetarists and independent economists. We are all developing. As individuals, we aim to improve our skill set, our knowledge, our capacity at school, at the workplace, even at the squash court. And as nations, we strive to change the way we produce energy, manage our waste, tweak our education system. We don't live in a utopia, but that goes without saying that we'd all love to live in one. To do that, we need to be developing. We are developing. Thank you.
For that truly thought-provoking talk.
Isn't it outstanding to see someone so young challenge our place in the world?
Our next speaker tonight joins us all the way from Royal Dubai School in Cardiff.
When Kian was asked to present at TED, he was adamant that he wanted to use ICT.
So please welcome Kian on stage to introduce the video he made to us.
Kian.
Hi, my name's Kian. I'm 10 years old. I'm from the UK and I've been living in Dubai for 5 years. I thought I was clumsy.
When I was 3, I was really interested in how and why things work, especially stuff like diggers and hydraulic rams. When I was 7, I was spending more time on my mum and dad's laptop than they were, so I asked for one for Christmas. Fortunately, I got one. Yes! And so I started teaching myself, friends and family what I could do. I thought I was clumsy because I kept on bumping into things, and it was getting worse. And then on the 9th of September, I was diagnosed with a brain tumour. So I had to go to Great Ormond Street Hospital to have all this treatment. And I could have just been all moany and about it. But what would have been the point? I mean, so I just thought, I got to get on with it and get better. So what was the treatment? Well, I was involved in radiotherapy for 2 months and then chemotherapy for a year. The radiotherapy machine really amazed me. There was computers in the control room and lasers in the bed that went up and down. The most amazing thing was you couldn't feel anything or see anything. But was it actually doing anything? Well, it obviously was, because one day when I was on the tube, I felt a big knot in my hair. I gave it a little tug, and then a huge clump of hair fell out of my head, and my ears also burnt to crisps. By the way, we nicknamed the radio